Welcome to the Lives Lost Count. I'm your host, William Pry. I am miraculously tally every single victim across the realms of horror movies, anime, TV shows, music videos, and all these terrifying space in between. Tonight, we're diving into the 2025 release of Drop. The pulse pounded thriller to us, the genius of Christopher Landon, who the director of Happy Death Day films and the body swapping mayhem of Freaky, and the chilling screenplay pennant of Julian Jacobs and Chris Roach. Drop falls headfirst to the nightmare of Violet Gates, a widow mother, bravely step into the dating world. Her first date in years, after a horrifying turn that she received a bone-chilling text message: "Kill your date, or your son." Think red eye, but empathy is set in a backdrop of a first date in 2025. So the burning question in mind: so how many fortunate souls fell victim to the unseen deadly game of this Drop? Let not waste any time and get straight to the count. The movie began with the Universal logo, the Platinum Dooms logo, and the Bumhouse. Honestly, Bumhouse have been not not only on the account. It's actually Bumhouse been imported in the Purge series, my Purge series franchise, and other movies as well. And we actually under the logo, and we actually see a played Smash, a Christopher Landon film, and a title card. And we actually see knives and flowers. Everything is smashed, and chess pieces, spoons, forks, coffee mugs get smashed, shot glasses, music notes, clocks, dominoes, wine glasses, wine spilling. This scene is actually what actually going to happen in the freaking movie. It showcases everything that's going to happen in the movie. And we actually see our main character, Violet, played by Megan Frey, who actually is Jackie Denton in Your Monster, a horror romantic comedy, and David Dwight in Siren. Honestly, the story happened years later, after she got beat up by her husband. And honestly, the shadowy figure that was beating her up and bruising her is her husband, Blake. You need to listen to this, and you want to do this. He put a gun in her face and tell her to shoot her. But she actually never shoot her. She never shoots. Now Violent is actually talking to one of her client and helps people. Now she actually helps people with abusive husbands, and she actually gets scared. Think it's her husband, but it's actually somebody that checked in the water meter. And she actually, where is Toby? Where is Sir Toby? There, and it's actually Auntie Jen. This is Jen, played by Violetta Bean, who actually played Morky Cameron in Truth or Dare, and Clara Blue in God Friended Me. Jen is going to get her dressed for her date. She read a psychological magazine. Abila, who is absent of willpower, that actually system of mental illness. Now she was at, honestly, to tell you the truth, she says she was at the store and she can't decide. She actually says she was at the store and she can't decide on deodorant. Violet look at Jen. Jen look at Violet in a red and white striped shirt. Did you mean dress up like a king again? Jen replies. You're the meanest person, Violet says. I'm your sister. That kind of my job. She wants to know why Violet want to wear something sexy under her clothes. Jen saying no. Okay, she apologized. You want honestly, what actually happened is she says she doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to go, and she looked like she played bingo at a rest home. And Jen says no, stop, don't buy. This is they're all not like stop ditching them for a date. And if you don't feel like it, you can cut the day short. But if you do, you get a second date. She even gets a dress for her. And Toby said, Mommy is beautiful. Mommy, you look beautiful. She said, thank you, little man. You be good to Auntie. She said, does he know about Daddy? Honestly, I actually like the little 8-year-old that actually played Toby. He's actually a real doll. Honestly, you be good for. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Violet does tell her to put on the humidifier sound machine. Make sure he had to brush with actual toothpaste. and make sure his bedtime, he in bed by 8. Cameras are watching. And honestly, she actually went to her date, and it's actually she actually went to Pate Fine Dining Restaurant. Honestly, the sign is actually a big sign. There. Honestly, she actually run. Honestly, Henry is running late, so she head up to the top floor. She got a text from him. He ran late. She told the receptionist that he's running late. He reserved a table for Campbell, and she took her coat, and the guy actually back. And honestly, should we be Richard, played by Reed Diamond, who actually is Phil in The Breed, and the boyfriend in The Twilight Zone. Sure. Honestly, he's on a blind date. His date is on no social media. It's actually a boat date, and honestly, we meet Phil, the pianist, who is at Meeks. He's in Robot Chicken and Velma. I didn't say his name on them because I am not covering Velma or Robot Chicken on the reason why I say the names. God forgive me, I will not cover, but I will mention. Truth or Dare because I mentioned it. But honestly, he actually asked to play anything. So, you know what he asked to play? She asked him to play Baby Shark. And Clara asked, what did you actually... She actually meet Clara. I couldn't find out what she... But his day was disappointed to find him. And honestly, 5 go on 13. Honestly, his date was disappointed of him. And honestly, Violet keep getting digi drops. They're like airdrops, but the player choose. Now, it's Henry actually, sorry he was late. He's actually go off the edge, and honestly, Henry is played by Brennan Scaler, who's in Karen as Officer Hill and Henry in Westworld. Yes, I will cover Westworld, but that because Westworld is basically featured on The Simpsons, so I will actually cover Westworld. Only as a review. He leaves he actually can't leave his camera out because he might get it stolen. And honestly, he got a hockey puck for Toby. But the hockey puck will actually be important later to him. And we actually meet Jeffrey. We meet Matt, who actually played by Jeffrey Stout, who actually is Caleb Streetler in Horrors of Doris Roach. It's actually their first date, so it's actually Matt's first shift, so they actually do more. Honestly, the prom kids are here. If she who honestly, she actually told what everything happened, like why Richard was here, who attended everything. Honestly, she also told that Toby actually have an ice cream. And she actually, and the Digi drops know her name. And the Digi drops can happen 50 miles away. And honestly, somebody is actually taunting them, and they actually go to order him, and honestly, taunting on them, and on the waiter, and get dropped and changing everything. Okay. She actually accepts the order if she leaves or tell anyone her son dies. She gets stuffy, so she actually changed the table. But if they actually changes the table in any minute, in 1 minute, Toby dies if they don't switch back. So it time to get to work. So she actually get the SD card from Henry by pretending her watch is lost. Lost it, so she actually. What actually. Okay, to tell you the truth, I actually know. Okay, in the picture, the pictures are Mayor Adams, the politician that actually would be named later, who actually and all his wire transfer. It actually, the truth is, Mayor Adams hired somebody to cover up, try to kill the rat that tried to frame him. So she actually had to smash the SD card, flush it down the toilet. Now she actually had to kill Henry, or Toby would be killed. Honestly, she actually tried to call 911, or the helpline, but she being held with ransom. She actually had to kill her date or her son be killed.
Get your cars picked up. There's 2 guns in here.
she can't leave or her son would be killed. She can't leave the table or her son be killed. Who actually been setting her up? Honestly, the only option is to tell Phil about it. She actually leave lipstick stain on the dollar sign, and honestly, he actually did, and to tell you the truth, we actually found out that he actually used poison from Richard to poison himself. The jackass, she had domestic survivor, so she actually got the truffle fries and the truffle potatoes. So he actually went back. The killer say you screw up. Phil actually died from poison of fentanyl laced with sarin in the martini, and he didn't make out of the lobby. So at 54 minutes and 57 seconds. Now, she has finished the job, or Toby is next. She actually have to figure out, she got the tequila, and honestly, she actually had to figure out who actually do it. She actually had the watch, and honestly, she got the digi drop, and honestly, she actually figured out who actually do it. And the mother that be happy and kind. She actually, some kind of mother. Honestly, she actually said some kind of she is. As she want to make things happy for her son. She put the vial, the poison, and drank it. But she spilled the wine. But only a person she can trust now, Violet. Notice it's actually Richard who actually orchestrated the whole night. Richard actually revealed that this what actually happened. Richard was hired by the mayor to stop the rat from revealing everything. So if the rat that didn't testify, like Henry didn't testify or get all the evidence, he is just hearsay. So it actually turned out that Richard tried to kill a good guy. Richard tried to get her to kill a good guy while he the bad guy. So Richard played all this at 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 28 seconds. Blake died of gunshot off screen during a flashback. He actually said he played chess that you can't win. Honestly, to tell you the truth, he's not lying, but he is, because he actually realized that she actually told him that Blake used to drink pina coladas and do apology dinners, and told her that she did poison the drink Richard did, that the shop had the shop from. She actually poisoned the dinner instead of the shot. But what actually happened is he actually shot Richard Henry. He's still alive. Then Carla saved her. Then got stabbed. She's still alive. Now, what actually happened is what actually saved Violet is the gift well, you know how the window is cracked? Well, she actually threw the hockey puck from the beginning to and make her fall. Make him fell to his death, suck out the window, slam into the sign, and poison by 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 44 seconds. Honestly, Henry called the cops, and now she actually going to go call Jen and try to race down and try to keep the killer from killing Toby. But fun fact, the original draft is much darker. That the killer was actually going to be Henry, because Henry was trying to avenge his own brother. But they decided to scrap that and made it a different killer. So kudos to make it a different killer entirely, guys. So what actually happened is she actually raced out, got into the construction zone, and got into the house while she hid from the killer. Jen got shot, but she actually did survive. And she actually grabs a knife and stabs the freaking killer. And she pulls off the mask of the man, but Toby actually distracted the man long enough for her to grab the silencer at 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 27 seconds. He actually died from 4 gunshots to the chest. Janet is alive. Mayor Adam is exposed. Henry is actually alive and in the hospital. And the there was another Digidrops that she actually thought it was another trap. But turned out that it's not a trap. It's just Jen. It turned out to be Jen again. It's a hardcore first date, but she wanted a boring first date on the beach again. One instead of the another one like this that she just have, and the movie ends. How many lives lost did the drop have? Let's find out and get to the... Wait, there's a drop. Except... Wait. In order to get all your subscribers back, here's what you had to do. Get to the Get to the numbers. Legit get to the numbers. Five people lost their lives in drop. All of them are males. We have a all male horror movie that only have male deaths before, like in The Thing, or Better Watch Out. With a runtime at 95 minutes, we got a lives lost every hour at 1.59 minutes. Honestly, the great acts of execution go to the lamest death in all of horror movie. Actually, scratch that and go to the best death in horror movies. So I'm actually giving it to Richard. Honestly, for the villain of the film, I actually give it to the great acts of execution. He was poisoned by Violet, but he fell to his death. Fun fact. About the movie, I didn't put in the original script. It was actually going to be, Henry was actually going to be the taking revenge against Blake because he was the original draft. Henry was actually the brother of her husband taking revenge. But this was actually a better plot. Honestly, this is actually a better plot, and honestly, I actually like it. Honestly, his death, he fell to his death, slammed to the sign that I actually said in the beginning, and suck out the window. Suck out the window of the restaurant. A good death for a villain that deserves this death. The wimpy acts go to Phil. Honestly, the death was actually confirmed by the character, and he never made it to the lobby, but he actually did die. So that's it. 2025 drop was released in 2025, and honestly, it got a digital release earlier than I expect. I will actually do Psycho 2. I am William Pry, or Nexus. This has been the Lives Lost Count.